so welcome everybody to my next playthrough, which is Pikmin 1 for the GameCube, which I believe was actually a launch title for the GameCube, although I might be incorrect in that. Whoa. Oh my god. Whoops. I might be incorrect in that aspect that it's a launch title for the GameCube, but I do know back when this game was new, it was more of a test of the GameCube's power, just simply because of the fact that they had never really tried something like this on anything other than the PC. And at least initially, it was a very interesting concept. Now, hold on. Let me just do a few things really quickly. Turn Rumble off, because the Wavebird doesn't have Rumble. We can set stereo. Good. Alright, I just need to check that. Because actually, this game, even though the back of the box doesn't say it, this game can display in progressive scan, which is what you need to activate the HD PVR, so it plays through my monitor. And I was actually scared for a few minutes because I couldn't figure out how to turn it on, and then I realized, oh, wait a second. Obviously, it's giving me the option if it hasn't started the game, and at the same time I can't see it, so I need to press buttons, and I eventually got it. So let's start a game. Alright, I have a whole bunch of save files. I think this is the one I did on my playthrough from before. So, should we delete it? It doesn't really matter. These are equal, see, look. Oh, is this when I fought the Smoky Prog? I think it is. Well, which one's worse off? Yeah, see, look, this is when I fought the Smoky Prog. I also made a video on that, so we'll erase this. Damn, man, this is old. This game came out over 10 years ago. Can you believe that? This game came out in 2001. That is so long ago. In the far reaches of space, Nintendo prepares to make another entry into the Metroid franchise. Or maybe not. As you can see, they only put a thin piece of glass between the pilot and outer space. Very smart idea. And now we're about to see why Olimar is not a certified pilot. Slow-moving meteorite. Absolutely no insurance on this bad boy. We're going down. Yes, nice 240p background. And crash landing. Don't tell me how he survives it, but he does. The impact site. Alright, yeah, the tutorial for this game is pretty lengthy. Holy shit, these graphics are better than on the Wii. No, my ship! My name is Captain Olimar. While traveling through space, my ship was struck by a meteor. I must have blacked out, and I awoke on the surface of a weird planet. With so many parts lost, the skeletal hull of my beloved dolphin is a painful sight. The engine is gone. I'm stranded. To make matters worse, my atmospheric sensors indicate this planet's environment contains high levels of poisonous oxygen. Oxygen! My life support systems can function for only 30 days. If I can't repair the dolphin by then, I'll die. I must find the missing ship parts. Alright, so initially, can you interact with stuff? Yeah, here you go. I have recovered 0 of 30 ship parts. Just one more part will increase the dolphin's capabilities. So as you can see, the camera's very up close. It's not like this the full game, I promise. But this is the tutorial. What the fuck is this thing? What is this weird marking it has on it? Alright, let's get out there. This, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the most useful items you'll find in the game. Boink. Breaks his helmet, and then he's exposed to the oxygen and dies. Alright, a strange thing has appeared before me. I had barely begun my search when it reared up as if it were waiting for me. It then dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive? Is it a machine? It resembles a vegetable on my home planet. I shall call this an onion, too. Alright, now actually you can get to work yourself, knocking these down. Now there's a few mechanics of the game that they do explain to you, but not at first. Which I actually remember all this stuff perfectly because I played this game all the time as a kid. The seed that the onion dropped took root in the soil and has now produced an adorable little sprout. This sprout emits a strange light and sways back and forth without benefit of wind. I cannot help but think it is calling to me. I am compelled. I must approach it and press A. And see, they actually showed you where it was on the controller. You don't know what the A button is. That's number 1. Probably end up with over 1,000 if I'm really good at this playthrough. Extraordinary. When I plucked the sprout, it turned to be a living creature, not a plant. Picking has done no visible damage. It just stands there, staring at me. Its shape is similar to the Pick brand carrots I love so much. I believe I shall call it a Pikmin. Here I am, stranded on a toxic planet, fighting to survive, yet I'm intrigued. I must research this fascinating creature. I shall try to grab it and throw it with A, and I will call to my side with B. Perhaps it will react to C and X as well. Ooh, lots of flashing buttons. Alright, the following control. Oh my god! L is rotate camera, hold to follow cursor, R is zoom in and out, Z is change angle. I must survive! I need to familiarize myself with these controls and my surroundings. Alright, good. They do this weird thing where the camera zooms in all of a sudden for no real reason. Alright, so basically, if you see how this is red, and you see how the onion's red, if you throw a Pikmin to any red, a red Pikmin to any red pellet and take it back to the red onion, it'll produce bonus sprouts in addition to just, you know, the number displayed on it. So see how it produced 2? It's a bonus for taking it back to the right onion. Alright, astonishing. The onion has sown more seeds. A small red pellet the Pikmin harvested after cutting down a flower appears to be some type of food that can propagate more Pikmin. The onion seems to be some sort of incubator. Needless to say, I must study this strange life form more. Oh shit, whoops. That's what the menu used to look like. I remember that. Alright. Here comes 2. Now what you actually can do is if you let Pikmin stay on the ground, they sprout buds and then they sprout flowers, which makes them faster and stronger. But I'm not going to do that. That's boring. Literally, it's like watching paint dry. And they do this weird thing where the camera zooms in every time you decide to, you know, pick Pikmin. Yeah, and the number displayed on it is the amount of Pikmin required just to basically move it. And the, you know, the more Pikmin you put on a task, the faster it gets done. Yeah, that's dismiss. How much does this box require? 10. Requires 10 Pikmin to move it. Alright, good. Now, there's no time limit on day 1. Or if I leave him alone, he should basically do work by himself. Day 1, they didn't put a time limit because it's the tutorial. Every other day has a time limit. Nothing up here, really? So, see how slow they are compared to me? Alright, good. Oh, no, he didn't. I was too close, see? I was too close. He kept following me. Alright. I think this will be enough. Actually, I already have enough. Actually, that's what people recommend for, like, a speedrunning guide. They actually recommend that you let these flower, I think. Whoops, I didn't want to throw them. They actually recommend that you let all these Pikmin flower so you can get the advantage of having flower Pikmin early on. And you see how they're small like that? They remove that in Pikmin 2, I think. I think Pikmin sprout instantly. Whoops. Come on with this annoying camera angle. It's so annoying. There you go. Get to pushing, slaves. Start pushing that box. Actually, it's a moldy cardboard box. Alright, the Pikmin are as curious as children. They form groups to perform tasks that would be impossible for an individual. A glimmer of hope has begun to shine in my heart. If I can make use of their slave labor, perhaps I can fix my ship. I shall sum up all I've learned of Pikmin con— oh my god, I don't need to do that. They also turn oddly pale. You see that, right? When they get dismissed, that's another thing they didn't bring back. What is it? It's my 2-horsepower engine. Amazing. There's no mistaking it. My ship's engine rests before my very eyes. By a stroke of pure luck, I have already stumbled upon the most important piece of my damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me, but how will I get it back to the Dolphin? I think you need 25. You need 20. Obviously, here's a whole bunch of pellets up here. Come on, don't fall. You're gonna need 5 for this. I think you can raise 25 on day 1. That's a rock wall. You can't blast that down until way later. Alright, might as well assign more. What are they doing? Slacking? To work, slaves. Oh, look. I remember that. That was annoying, too. I've lost so many Pikmin because of that. That's another feature they never brought back, where they get blocked off an item, so they then decide not to do anything. It's something else that never returned. Yeah, so on day 1 you can end up with 24 Pikmin that have flowers. Not doing that though, that's boring. Alright, when many Pikmin seeds sprout at once, I find it rather tedious to pluck them from the ground individually. My wife always told me I was no good at routine tasks. I also try to get all done at once by repeatedly tapping A until I pick all the Pikmin from the ground. I've noticed that when I add Pikmin to my group, they become filled with excitement and flush with bright color. At other times, they revert to a paler hue and give off a dim glow. Paying close attention to these differences is bound to help me distinguish between Pikmin. 22, 23, 24. Wait, that's 23. Whoops. It's when you pluck them in this game. I thought it was the other way around. Alright, with 25, you can move the engine part. That's all you can do on this day. It's pretty simple. Now, I've heard, isn't the speed running like... I think like the best someone's ever done is like 8 days. Like seriously, they know what they're doing. I think I've gotten it down to like 16. Maybe 17. Oh yeah, in this game you don't switch. Yeah, see, and this is your screen that shows you all the stuff. Your controls, and then a bunch of actually pretty useful stat stuff that you actually kind of do need to know. That's important. The Y screen is very important. It's way more useful than this. Will I do the Smoky Prog? I don't know. Should I do it? If I do it, I might just actually make another save just in case, because that boss fight has the potential to really screw you up if you're not careful. Like, that was actually a challenging boss fight. Right? Boom, we got the engine. Somehow all this is happening. We lowered a light and fixed the back of the ship. Yay! It's still a piece of crap. Oh, glorious. With the help of these Pikmin, I've taken a huge step back towards home. My ship can once again lift off. The glimmer of hope is beginning to burn more brightly, but what has become of the remaining parts? That search starts tomorrow. Now, there's actually one other part in the impact site, but you cannot get it on until very late in the game. They're already leaving, so it doesn't matter. Now, you can actually leave Pikmin behind, and they get eaten at night because you're not there to give guidance. Alright, good. We're getting out of here. Look at that, the glass is dented.